Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get the following answers in number 3. So this is in type 1. Let's start with finding the volume of the sphere given the radius to be 8 centimeters. So in answering this, all we need to know are the formulas for the volume and the surface area of the different figures. And in this case, we're dealing with a sphere. So let's recall our formula for the volume of the sphere, and the volume is basically 4/3 pi r cubed. So all you have to do here is to change the r by 8, and that will make this equation 4/3 pi and then 8 raised to 3. If you properly input this expression in the calculator, it will give you the answer 2144.66 or something close to that. Okay, I suggest you use a pi in the calculator and do not use 3.14 so that you can get a better estimate of the volume of the sphere. Okay, so again, it's a matter of remembering what the formula is for finding the volume. And that's the same thing for the surface area of the sphere. The surface area of the sphere, so the surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. Again, we know that the radius is 8, so simply supply 8 on the r, and after that you'll be able to get the answer. Okay, so I will not be completing the solution. You can try that and put that in the calculator, and you should get the number 804.25. Okay, so let's see. Just to validate the answer, so it should be about 804.2477, which is 804.25 cm squared. Okay, so that's how you do it. And then let's go to the next. This time you are given the volume, and you have to find the surface area and the radius. Okay, so it's just the reverse. So let's see. So this is the volume. We know that V is, by formula, is 4/3 pi r cubed. So this is the value of the V. So this takes the V. So 12,345 is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed. And we will be manipulating this equation so that we can get the r. So we can divide by 4/3 pi because our goal is r cubed. Okay, so that will take away 4/3 pi. So we have to do that on both sides. Okay, and then so once you have removed or canceled 4/3 pi, the next thing to do is to take away the cube. And we can do that if we will take the cube root of the other side. So cube root of 1, 2, well, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 4/3 pi. So this will require you a skill on how to input these numbers in the calculator. If you do it properly, it should give you the final answer for the radius, which is 14.34. Okay, so that is something that I leave with you to explore, how to input this properly in the calculator. Now, what will the other people do? Sometimes they divide these numbers immediately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 12,345 divided by the value of 4/3 pi. And then after that, they do the reverse of the cube, which is cube root, and that will give them the r. Okay. Now, knowing the r, so once you have the r, 14.34, you need that r in finding the surface area. Again, the surface area formula So all you need is the formula for this. This is 4 pi r squared. Now, the surface area depends on the radius, which we already obtained from the first task. So just simply input the number we got, which is about 14.34. Okay, so that will give, or that will be our r, and then don't forget to square. And this will just be a matter of, solving in the calculator. Okay, if you don't have a calculator, you will be forced to square this manually, and then times, you might use 3.14 and then times 4. So it's a tedious task. It is possible, it's doable, but it will take you some time, so you could just use your calculator to solve this value. Okay, next, this time you're given the surface area, but you have to find the volume and the radius. Okay, so here's the thing. Since the volume is dependent on the radius, it is best to find the radius first before finding the volume, right? Because there is no way you can solve the volume if you don't have the radius. So let's use the information. This is still the surface area of a sphere. Surface area again is 4 pi r squared. So this takes the value of surface area, 3163, equals 4 pi r squared. So manipulate, divide by 4 pi, cancel, and the r, so just reverse the square. R is the square root of this divided by 4 pi, and this will give you the value. Okay, and that's based on our answer key, that will be 15.87. Then once you know that, all you have to do in finding the volume is to use the formula. So V is 4/3 pi r cubed. Get this number from here, you place it on the r, input this properly in the calculator, and it will give you the volume immediately. Okay, so that's for number 3. Okay, so make sure you are familiar with the formulas, you know how to use them. For example, when you're finding the volume, or the reverse, like finding the radius, and sometimes you have to find the surface area as well. Okay, so that's for this item. So I hope you'll be able to answer these questions, or this type of questions, correctly next time. Okay, that's it.